Hello guys, this is Grumpy. Welcome back to another episode of Game Dev Tycoon. We're right where we left off. The bank's about to subtract their money any minute now, so probably next month. So we can see the week right here. Yeah, probably at the end of this month. So I don't need to spend all that money. See if there's any research I want to do. Actually, I don't want to spend any money because after they take their money, I won't have much of. Okay, that game link just came out. So let's go ahead and develop a new game. First of all, I want to look at my game history because I want to make sure and make an original combo. So I've done fantasy action, fantasy RPG, medieval strategy. So that means I haven't done military strategy. Let's do a military strategy game. What would a name for let's do Call of Heroes. Or pick military and do strategy. And I'd already like to do it on the PC, but I'm going to get more market share up here. So you know it's going to cost 25 grand extra. Let's just stick with the PC. So now we gotta pick our game engine. There we go. Yeah, see, they just took their money. So that leaves me with 60K. And I'm probably okay with that much money. It's just me. If I'd actually had a software studio and 60K, I'd be going into the red before I finish the game. So gameplay is going to be most important on this one. We're going to turn the engine down just a hair. Story quest, we'll leave that down to nothing. So let's see how high we can get these up here. Oh, they were climbing pretty good there for a minute. AI is extremely important for these types of games. Turn down level design just a hair. I think strategy is the most important thing in a strategy game, and a lot of these developers nowadays, they seem to forget that. Like I mentioned already, Civ 5 is a gorgeous game, but the AI is dumb as a box of rocks. So let's see here. I'm gonna go a little more world design, a little less sound, a little less graphics. With the growing interest in video games, there's also a growing audience for video game magazines, as these magazines offer a great new way for developers to market their upcoming games. So now I can research marketing, and after I research that, I can advertise. I think these numbers are pretty good. Let's wait a second, see if this keeps climbing. 16-19. New record, that might be good. Gameplay leveled up. So any time now, I'm going to develop a Blockbuster. It's just kind of random. A level editor. So that level editor is pretty cool. I think pretty much as soon as you get a game with all 9s, then it's going to be a hit. And I don't think this is going to be it. Now, I may try to record this entire game in one setting here. Why does one guy gave me a 6? That pretty much killed this game. Well, it didn't kill it, but it's not going to be a big blockbuster most likely. Well, let's go ahead and let's research a new topic. I'm going to do sci-fi. That's a very good one to do because there's so many different types of games you can make with that. You can make action games, you can make RPGs. And here we go. These guys are telling me if I have more than $1 million in cash, I'll be able to open up my next studio. Probably the next game or the one after that will be my big Blockbuster. Okay, now research sci-fi. So let's make a sci-fi game. Mass Effect. We're just gonna put that under RPG. Pick a platform. Cost us 80 grand to develop for this, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna stick with this TES. And version 2 graphics again. Okay, now this one we're max out story quest again. Also, I think on that one it's a fair balance. Oh, come on, Blockbuster. And now the Sega Game Gear's come out. I used to have one of those things. It was alright. It's definitely better graphics than the Nintendo Game Boy, but there was no good games for it. I'd go buy games. I'd buy game after game and never found one I liked. They were all pretty much identical. They were basically just all side-scrolling platform games. And I'm not a big fan of those unless it's Metroid or Castlevania games. Okay, yeah, it has a full color screen. Yeah. And I think honestly it didn't do good because because the games like that were all the same, but also two, the thing was pretty pricey. Okay. I don't think artificial intelligence is important in an RPG, once again, so we'll turn that down. These numbers, I think there's kind of randomness to it a little bit. It's based off the levels of these things right here. Like this is level 2, this is level 2, and this is level 2, but at the same time there's still a certain amount of randomness to it. Call of Heroes. So 28,000 units. Yeah, not good, not bad. These numbers are climbing. This may be my Blockbuster if I'm lucky. If these will go up just a little bit more, it may be. There we go, that one went up. 17, 15. Well, let's give it a shot. No records. Engine leveled up, that's good. Ooh, AI leveled up. So all these things leveling up, this might make the next game the Blockbuster. I leveled up. See this next engine, better AI, that goes in the engine, and 2D graphics version 3 and 3D graphics, these all go into the new engine. Believe it or not, these 3D graphics are a hell of a lot more cheaper to make than this version 3 2D graphics. So I've never made the 2D graphics version 3. So once we have our big Blockbuster hit, we're going to have like over $1 million, and we're going to have the money to develop a new engine. I may have to develop a new in-between engine because the scores are falling. It's probably because I'm falling behind in technology, but let's go ahead and research something. Now see, I'm limited to here by these numbers. This 89 right here, that's how much RP I got. But look right here. That's 80 RP to develop 2D graphics version 3, or you can spend 15 RP to develop 3D graphics. So I've never messed with this 2D graphics version 3 before. So, you know what? I'm just going to develop one more game, see what happens. Maybe I'll get lucky. Because a bunch of stuff leveled up. So I unlock sci-fi. That lets me do an action game too. So we'll do a sci-fi action game. And what are we gonna do? Well, actually, I'm gonna do a horror adventure game. We'll just call it Scare Fest or something. I don't put a lot of effort into thinking of the names. Oh, I thought I had horror unlocked. I don't. So we were going to do a space action game. Space Interlopers. There we go. Oh, I misspelled it. It's kind of dodgy. Just trying to select this box. Like if you look right here, I can select that, but if I come over here, I can't select it from over here. So you got to kind of hit here, hit the right key to get all the way over here, then backspace. So a little dodgy. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and develop for this Gameling. I don't know how good this thing's going to do. But I'm going to start falling behind in technology, so this is probably the last game I can do with this engine. Once again, it's an action game. That's not bad. 7 and 8. No dialogue. Come on, do good. That's not bad so far. 11 and 5. Okay, somebody told me I don't need any sound on this Gameling, but I'm gonna try that. I hope, I don't know if they might have been joking. I hope not. Oh yeah, these numbers are climbing. This is our Blockbuster. I'll just wait, see if anything else goes up. Okay. Well, we got one new record. See, everything else, it's level 3. It really doesn't matter too much what you pick. They all level up about the same time. Like stuff that didn't level up this time leveled up last time. So. See, this is what I was talking about. Like the game engine, when you make the game engine, this is part of the game engine. Simple cutscenes, better dialogue, open world. It really depends on what kind of game you're going to make. But if you're making action games, the better dialogues would be a waste. And to try to save your money, you don't really make an engine that does everything. Because you're only going to use the engine to make 2 or 3, perhaps 4 games anyway. Oh, you kidding me? People are crazy. That was the best game ever made. Well, everything else leveled up, so maybe perhaps the next game will be the big one. I really had high hopes for that one. The Commodore 64 filed for bankruptcy. I remember that. That was pretty sad. I used to own the Commodore 64. That was my very first computer. Back in them days, you could program yourself. You'd go to the store and buy magazines that have programs you could type in BASIC. I released 4 games for that. I don't remember releasing that many, but I guess I did. Oh, it's because that damn platform. You're supposed to make stupid casual games, kitty games, and virtual pet games for the Gameling. So basically, I made a good game, and that's why it got rejected. That's what happened. So That's why I don't mess too much of that gambling. Unless you're going to do a virtual pets game or something, don't even mess with it. Alright, so we got to do another project here. I'm going to research some stuff though first. Perhaps a new topic, let's see. See, I should have done this virtual pet. I'm going to actually research city. Because I have done this before. I'm basically going to make SimCity, and this will be a Blockbuster. It's a very good combo. The last SimCity kind of sucked, but that very first SimCity, it was like way beyond anything that ever came out before on the PC. Well, that didn't do too bad. Okay, so I've researched city. So now we'll go ahead and make this SimCity game. And we'll call it SimCity. And our topic's going to be city. And we're going to do simulation. And this is going to be on the PC. If you look, the PC's actually got larger market share than the TES now. It says the Sega Game Gear's got more market share than the PC. I don't think that's true. I don't think the Sega Game Gear ever did good. Kind of the same story with those handheld Sony handhelds. They don't ever do that good. I'd like them to because they're closer to real game systems, but honestly, that's kind of their own fault. 90% of the games suck, and there's no quality control to them. Okay. Now see, I can actually turn this stuff off too. Here's engine settings. I can turn linear story off. It'll save me 10K, but I'll go ahead and turn that off. And engine and gameplay, we're turn down engine just a hair. See, everything's. I had a bunch of stuff level up last time, so this should be the best game I ever made. We'll have to see. Level design. I don't think there's a whole lot of artificial intelligence in the original SimCity, but there wasn't a whole lot of artificial intelligence in any game back then, so let's go ahead and turn that up just a hair though. Come on, do good, do good. 12 and 13, yeah. I have a whole lot of let's turn up sound just a little bit. I have a whole lot of that research point saved up, but I'll use it on the next game engine. It's looking good so far. 22 and 20, that's not bad. Alright, 22 and 20, let's see what this does. No records. None of those are records, but I still think this may be our Blockbuster. Come on, come on. There we go. Oh man, come on. It's the worst I've ever done. It's because I'm doing a Let's Play right now. That's exactly what it is. I know, city and simulation, so that was a great combination. It's probably because I got the sliders different than I had the first time I ever played it. But you know what? We're going to start developing this new game engine. Because I think our technology is going to start falling behind. But I'm going to go with these 2D graphics. Or I'm sorry, 3D graphics. This is going to take a little while because I'm going to do this engine. I'm going to research a couple of different things. And then I'm going to have to develop the engine too. So what else are we going to do? Let's do better AI. This will definitely help. Probably should have done a little bit of this research. Should probably do a little bit of research between every game, but I didn't. So Oh, we're going to research open world. I'm getting all this cheap stuff out of the way. And like I say, once again, too, if you never played game, if you like this game, try out Game Dev Story. It's only $2 or $3. It's an Android game, but it's actually a lot better than this game. It feels like I'm old. I'm like 42, and so I lived through all these early years, and that game seemed to follow history a lot better. Like there was an Atari, of course they call it something else. There's no Atari here, and it's got more features, and your people got more. There's more stats. Okay, they're releasing Oasis. Okay, so I may go ahead and develop a game engine and then release it on this one, perhaps. The thing is, you don't want to release games on every system that comes out. You gotta pick. Like I kind of wasted money on that Gameling. I've never had any luck. It's just me. I should have had Virtual Pets or something before I even tried that. Honestly, I just don't want to make those type of games. Those games aren't very fun to me in real world, so better dialogue. Let's do simple cutscenes. This message always pops up. It's going to give me a chance to spend money to steal technology or something. That's fine. I do it because, well, I did it before and there's no drawbacks to it. So, yeah, I researched the government topic so I can make a government game. I guess you can make a government type simulation. I don't think those ever do good though. They might in this game, but they don't really do too good in the real world. There's a lot of research. Oh, I'm running low on money. If you look here, the 3D graphics are cheaper to do than the 2D graphics too, so that seems kind of strange. So it doesn't look to me like I have enough money to do everything here. That's what I'm saying. I have to pick now, because if you look at my cash, 110K, that's not going to leave you with much cash. Let's actually make one more game. Perhaps I should do a topic first. Yeah, let's unlock. Maybe let's see if we got any good cool topics. Martial arts, that would be a good one. Do you know what I'm gonna do? Have I unlocked casual games yet? No, I have not. Let's go ahead and unlock that, casual games, and we'll make a virtual pet game, and that should do good on the Gameling. And I could even target it at kids. Let's go ahead and unlock that too. Okay. So we'll see this here in a second. When I start actually making the game, there'll be an option to target the game at youth, mature people, or everyone. You pretty much don't want to do mature games at this point. Did I research virtual pets yet? No, I did not. Occasionally you get creative, like there's trends. It's all kind of randomized, but there's one trend where it calls for like bizarre combos, and at that point you don't necessarily have to match. Like you can make like a martial arts casual game, you know, and if I tried that now it would fail, but if that trend is going, then you can get away with it. Alright, so let's make this virtual pet game. Pet Rocks. And we're going to target this at kids. And we got virtual pet. We'll do casual. And we're going to put this on the Gameling. There we go. Let's try this. It's not looking good so far. Not good at all. Let's see here. I'm going to turn that linear story back on. I think there's going to be very little AI in this type of game. Well, no, actually, virtual pets may have a pretty good AI. Because your pets can kind of try to simulate a real creature or something. Okay. Turn the sound all the way down. Go with that. Come on, keep going up, keep going up. Ooh, I'm got negative cash flow. I think I'm going to be in trouble. New topic, new combo, great combo. I'm about to level up gameplay again. Let's see here. Crap. Don't give me 85,000. I got to pay back 85,000. That's actually not too bad at this point in time. If I can hit the Blockbuster, then I'll get $1 million, $2 million, and that won't be that much to pay that back. But later on, if you go in the red, they're going to offer you like $1 million. You got no choice to take but to take it. And then at that point, you have $1 million loan to pay back. Well, actually, no, I think they give you like 500,000, and you got to pay that back with 100% interest. So you end up paying $1 million back, which just kind of sucks. So let's go ahead and develop this engine. And see, it's not very realistic too. Like I'm about to make the 3D graphics and I could make a gambling game with 3D graphics, and it's just technology is not there for that. But open world, better AI. See, that's a very expensive engine, so I got to decide what I don't want. Let's turn off open world. We'll turn off. I'm going to turn off linear story and cutscenes. We're just going to make some action games. I'm trying to keep the price of this engine down. This is just a temporary engine. And this is going to be the mediocrity. Probably spelled that wrong. The mediocrity engine. That's a good name for an engine. If you want to go bankrupt, nobody's going to buy that. It would be cool if they could like sell your engine to other studios. That would be cool. Like, you know, like the way Epic Games sells the Unreal Engine. That Unreal Engine's used in so many games. It's not even funny. Like dozens of games. If you actually, there's a wiki for it. Just type Unreal. If you go to Google, type Unreal Engine games. List of like several hundred games that use that engine. Okay. So I spent a ton of money on the engine. I'm going to target everyone. I'm not going to mess around. I don't even think I want to mess around with that gambling. I've never had any luck with that before. I don't know why. Anyway, no idea. See, here's what you got to do. It sucks. You got to pick the name of the game before you pick the topic and the genre. And so the game I don't match. So we'll just call this Game Quest. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to pick yet. I'm just going to pick something I haven't done before. I don't think I've done racing. Do action. And see, I'm just going to stick with the PC this time. So I'm not going to pay the license cost for that one. And this is going to use the mediocrity engine. Look at the cost to develop this game, that's sad. But we are going to use our... yeah, we're going to use our new 3D graphics. So I'm probably making the first 3D racing game ever. And I'm going to max out engine because we got a brand new engine and we want to show it off. Let's be one of them games people buy just because the graphics are cool. But I'll still have a decent amount of gameplay. Not quite that much. There we go. Yeah, a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Now I hadn't looked at any kind of strategy guide for this game. Honestly, that kind of stuff ruins a game. Because once you know the strategy behind it, then you're just going through the motions. You're not trying to figure anything out or experimenting or anything like that. So. Oh, cool. There's the new game system. I will develop for that one most likely. PlayStation is going to come out anytime now, too. We're going to use our brand new AI. We're going to max that out. And turn down the level design just a little. Well, I'm going to leave level design like there. Now see, knowing that now that I was going to make a racing game, I probably should have added steering wheels to the game engine, but oh well, I don't think it matters too much. Once again, we're going to turn our sound up. Alright, turn down this world design. I'm going to go like that. I'm not going to turn sound up too much because this really doesn't have new sound. It's got new graphics. It's the first 3D game. You need to make some bubbles, dude. There you go. Oh, this isn't good. Keep climbing. Make some bubbles, dude. So there you go. He added a bug. Well, that Super NES has been released. I don't know why that wasn't a great combo, but arcade games used to be very popular back in them days. Racing games. I'll see. Look at that character progression too. If I make an engine just for RPGs, there's a lot of cool stuff for that. That character progression is one of them. Okay, the first review, let's see how this did. Come on, give me my Blockbuster. I'm tired of working on my grinds. I hate the fumes. A 5. Falls a bit short. This guy's probably never done anything in his life. He just knocks down other people's work. Game hero. Proposition. Decrypt messages. Oh, if I give them 157K, they'll sabotage my competitors. I was like, nah. Basically, that's going overboard. This game's not selling good either. I'm gonna have to stick with this ending. Let's see here. To research a new topic, perhaps. Yeah, let's do martial arts. I'll make a martial arts fighting game. That's all I know to do. I'm using up all the great combos. Just trying to get into the software studio. I got quite a bit of money. I don't want to develop a new engine yet, though. Just 3D Kung Fu. 3D Kung Fu. I think that's 2 words. Kung Fu. 3D Kung Fu Masters. Put 3D in your title. It always did good make it do good in the early days. Martial arts. Action. Pick a flat platform. We're gonna do the Super TES. Pick game engine, mediocrity engine. That's a big, I think that's a part of my problem right there. My engine's called mediocrity. So this by far isn't the best game engine I could make at this stage in the game. Okay, let's try that. I did have a couple things level up off the last game, so perhaps this will push me over the edge. So I want a little bit better level design. They want 170k. Wow. I may be in trouble. There we go. Sony's coming out with a PlayStation. And if I remember correctly on that game dev story, if you develop for that system becomes like if you're making Blockbuster games and you happen to develop for that system can rise in popularity. But I don't think it's the case on this thing. Yeah, basically that's just saying. I don't know the original history. Apparently, that's probably right, but basically saying Sony and Nintendo worked together to make were working together to make a game system, and then they had a falling out a day after the Sony PlayStation launched or something like that. I don't remember what it was. Something like that. Basically, probably Sony screwed them over. Okay. I want sound. Very little world design. Come on, big Blockbuster. Oh, this isn't gonna do it. The regular Nintendo is going off the market, and that's what that message said. I don't know. I think I'm going to try to develop a new engine again. This is what gets you in trouble: is these mediocre reviews. It gets worse later on in the game, but like right now, it's keeping me from making a lot of money, and I'm having to spend money to develop games, or you fall behind in technology. So this is probably the worst showing I've ever done in a game. Okay. Once you get online, you know you got it made, but no. Where these guys took their money at? Probably. I don't think they took their money yet. They're gonna take it any time now, though. What really kills me, I just need to watch going into the red. I'm not very good at that, so. And now they deducted their money. That left me the 184k. But these engines are so expensive to develop, so I'd spend all that money just developing a new engine. Which, if I'm not adding a whole bunch of new stuff to an engine, like I'll just be able to tweak it. Like if I say I wanted to add a steering wheel to the game, I'd just be able to spend like 10k to do it. But nope, I had to just completely make a new game engine from scratch, which kind of sucks. So that's what makes it hard to do, game engines. Let's see if there's anything I could research that's maybe help me. See all this stuff right here, this is all engine stuff, so I'm not going to have the money to do any of that. All that stuff is part of the engine. Basically, I could do marketing. Let's do marketing. And this is going to let me generate a little hype. And what you do with that hype is basically if you hype a game up, you're going to sell more copies initially. So what you do is you launch like a magazine ad right before the game is about to launch, and then you'll sell more copies then. But I don't know if it's turning out to be a better deal because you'll spend $50K advertising in a magazine. Okay, martial arts action, racing action, virtual pet casual. See, I'm having a hard time remembering what all I've done. Pirate's Adventure. I'm going to do a sci-fi strategy game. And that would be StarCraft. Once again, I'm not sure if that's one word or two. Pick topic, sci-fi, strategy, pick platform. I'm not going to do that gambling. So there's not a huge difference here. But like I said, this here you got to pay $60,000 developing costs. Here you only got to pay $5K, and there's really not that big of a difference in market share. So I'm just going to do PC. I'm going to use the mediocrity engine. Okay, now I am going to put, I think, more into the gameplay on this one. A little bit into the story. Yeah, I'd say it like that. Turn down the engine just a hair. We want this one to be good gameplay. I'm going to max out artificial intelligence. Turn down level design just a hair. Okay, world design, I want that one to be high. And turn down sound some. Actually quite a bit. I've never put much money into sound because honestly, I mean, I like sound effects, but in most games, that's the last thing you notice. I mean, you'll notice bad sound. That's not bad sound. This is not great sound. It's not going to be like the best sound you ever heard in the game, but you'll notice graphics and gameplay, I think, before you notice sound. 2218 sucks. So, new combo? Oh, I didn't do new topic. So everything's almost level 4 now. Now see, I could trash that game, but I don't have the money. Day and night cycle. All this cool stuff's coming out and I don't have the money to develop it. I should be in an office by now. I'm losing this game very badly. Shows potential. I made some really great games like Call of Duty and they dogged me, so 6.5. This one did good that first week. And it fell off to nothing. Oh man, I forgot to advertise. Well, at least I got a little positive cash flow now. Let's. Cool, yeah, I sold 50,000 units. That was a record game for me. even though the reviews are mediocre. Let's see. I'm going to maybe make a new game engine. Let's see if there's anything else I want to add. That's expensive. AI companions. Better dialogues. Let's do better dialogues. That little bit of influx of cash right there, that saved me. So I might be able to pull this out. So I think my next plan is I'm going to do an RPG. So I'm going to make an RPG engine. So I need to research a bunch of the stuff that's going to be cool for an RPG, like day-night cycles, that kind of thing. So is there anything else I want to add? That's too expensive. Multiplayer, not for an RPG engine. I don't think so. I could do this. Character progression is pretty cool. Let's see if there's any new topics I could do. I wonder if a werewolf RPG would do good. I'm thinking either a werewolf or horror. Let's do werewolf. So after this, I'll develop my engine. Oh yeah, I sold 67,000 units and made almost $500,000 off that one game. So this next engine is really going to have a lot of features. I don't know. Should I research anything else? Yeah, I don't think I want to do the AI companions yet. You know, that's expensive, but I'm going to do the character progression. Oh, I don't have the RP for it. So is there anything else? I could do multiplayer, but let's do level editor. You don't see too many RPGs with level editors, other than the Neverwinter Nights games. I used to love those. And actually, I didn't enjoy playing the game that much, but I love playing with the editor. I would spend 20 hours a week on that editor. I mean, just 2 or 3 hours a day or whatever, just playing around with the editor. Had a pretty cool little adventure, and had hundreds of hours in it, and I was getting ready to upload it, and hard drive crashed, and I lost it. And I'm one of them dumb people who never back stuff up. So these guys are wanting to give me some more technology. I'm gonna decline. They always want way too much money for that stuff. I don't think it's a good deal. So let's create our custom engine, and we're gonna call this the Infinity. Actually, I'm gonna call it the Aurora engine. Because you know, those are both engines from BioWare. The Infinity engine is the one that the Baldur's Gate games and Icewind Dale used. The Aurora engine is the engine that the first Neverwinter Nights game used. But I'm picking that because the Aurora, because this is going to be a 3D engine, and Aurora was a 3D engine. Open world. Ooh, this is an expensive engine. Let's go ahead and add all the bells and whistles. Very expensive. Gonna take it a long time to develop too. But I think we got enough cash to tide us over till the next game comes out. Till this game comes out. Oh, that's a good one. Sequels. The problem I have too is once I get in the office, then you get the chance to have a publisher, but you have to make the type of game they tell you to make, and it'll be off the wall combos that you know that are going to do bad. And there's like four different published games to choose from at a time, and I've seen times when all 4 of them are bad. But until you get a huge fan base, you have to do one of those 4. So you basically have to I don't know how you get around that, but that helps. A lot of the reason I lose the game is because of that. Okay, so now we're going to develop a new game. What are we going to call this? Vampire. This is going to be like basically Vampire the Masquerade. We're going to aim it at mature audiences. That might be a mistake, but werewolf, RPG. You do the PC. You see the PC's kind of game. It's holding its own in the early days. We're going to use this Aurora engine. So hopefully this will be the best RPG ever made.